So I've made it no secret in the past that I've been a massive Pokemon fan, especially ever since I was a kid. I've talked about it here on this channel fairly frequently. I just did a review on Pokemon Emerald not too long ago. And I figured for this video, rather than doing a typical review like I normally would, I wanted to take some time in a vlog-style video to tell you guys a little bit about a piece of Pokemon media that deserves a lot more attention than even what it currently has here on YouTube. This would be the Pokemon Adventures manga series. It's one that I have gotten into quite a bit. It's one that I have currently started collecting multiple entries of for my personal collection. If you guys recognize some of these from the actual collection pickups that I've been doing. I've been getting into this series a heck of a lot more. I've reread it a few times now for all the latest entries, with the exception of the last few generations, and I'm very much interested in it. It's fantastic storylines, great art direction, and it presents a lot of unique things that aren't present anywhere else in the Pokemon series. I wanted to take a bit of time in this video to not necessarily review the manga, but give you guys a bit of an idea, briefly, about why you should read this, whether or not you're a fan. The Pokemon Adventures manga presents a lot of unique and awesome ideas that I really wish the Game Freak would adapt within the actual games. These stories not only contain loose versions of each one of the generations and games that they're based off of, but they include a lot of unique things that you'll never see in any other Pokemon media. A lot of adult themes, a lot of violent scenes that come up here and there. The manga's not overly violent, but there are depictions of violence toward the trainers, the Pokemon, unique strategies that are shown in cool battle sequences, original characters like with Yellow from the Yellow arc or Emerald from the Emerald arc. And it presents a lot of really cool dynamic moments. And I really did enjoy reading almost every single generation up to this point for how unique the story is. There's a lot of awesome moments that are shown that aren't present in any of the games like I just mentioned before, such as in Generation 3 with the Ruby and Sapphire arc, where your character of Ruby, who's based off the male protagonist from the Generation 3 games, gets into an all-out brawl with his father Norman at the abandoned Weather Institute, where Ruby ran away from home to pursue Pokemon contests rather than going to battle in gyms, and he and his father have a straight-up fist fight as well as Pokemon battle, to the point where both of them almost die by falling off the edge, only being saved by Castform's intervention. Or you have other epic moments, such as in the Fire Red and Leaf Green arc, where after foiling Team Rocket for the umpteenth time, loosely based off of that particular point in the original GBA games, where all 5 of them are turned to stone after one last brawl with Deoxys and with Team Rocket. And it isn't until the Emerald arc where they are revived. Technically speaking, they died / were petrified. And that leads to the Emerald arc, where all of them unite together to take down Archie, who comes back from Team Aqua, attempting to destroy the Battle Frontier with an Aqua version of Kyogre. It's just really awesome moments like this that once again are unique to the manga, aren't present within any of the games, and it's a lot of unique and cool storylines and just awesome versions of the characters that you won't get out of the games. And that's one of the reasons why I heavily encourage you guys to check them out. The scenes that I've been showing you here in the video thus far from the manga panels or the events I'm describing are just a handful of amazing scenes that are present within the manga itself. And that's really something unique and cool for the Pokemon franchise. And you're not going to get this anywhere else. I mean, no matter what other Pokemon spin-off, the anime, or anything else, the manga presents a lot of awesome stories that you guys should definitely go and check out and do a lot more research on. Because not only would it take me a longer video to describe every single event for every single arc to further prove my point, but I also don't want to spoil it for those of you who have never read it before. I highly encourage you to check it out just for the stories alone. Every single book that I have read thus far has changed art style in some way or another. This manga has been in development since 1997, right around the early days when the original Pokemon Red and Blue came out. So it's been going here for about 20-some years, going through every single major game and generation. So the art style has changed up from artist to artist. But no matter which volume you read or which generation, it doesn't matter. The art is just exquisite. It's something really cool, especially the covers of some of the books, which I'll show you guys here throughout this section. But the art style, the colors pop, and it's just really, really cool to see for an original manga, once again loosely adapted from the games. If anything else, the art style and the stories alone may not be enough to sell some of you guys, but I highly recommend you check it out just to see the unique art style alone for a lot of the battle scenes, the character designs, the unique environments that they recreate from a lot of the regions. It's just really cool stuff. And I love going back and rereading these manga, especially for certain generations that I love more than others. My personal favorite generation that I loved the most was Generation 3. which I honestly didn't expect since Pokemon Emerald is one of my favorite games of all time, and I already love Generation 3 enough as is. But reading the manga, they developed every single region for the most part very well, but Hoenn especially was recreated amazingly with original versions of the characters of Ruby and Sapphire, taking all the Generation 3 locations, characters, and loosely basing them off the events of Pokemon Emerald, and creating something truly awesome in this manga. I love this so much to the point that I actually got a tattoo of Ruby and Sapphire from the Adventures manga, symbolizing my love for the manga, of course, but also Generation 3 period. I know that isn't a particularly good view for those of you who didn't see it in the community tab. I'll put a picture up here to give you guys a better view. But the point I'm trying to make is that no matter how you think, no matter your skepticism and wanting to give this manga a shot, you should definitely look at it for the art style and unique stories alone. When I started reading these books over a year ago, I honestly didn't expect this particular piece of Pokemon media to be anything special. I did grow up watching a Generation 4 manga version called Pokemon Adventures DP, or Pokemon DP Adventures, which is based off an original character named Harita and Mitsumi, and it's the typical Gen 4 storyline, but it's not related to the Adventures manga in really any way. But when I actually started reading the main manga series, it showed me just how awesome and expansive the Pokemon franchise really is outside of the anime and the video games. The manga has a lot of awesome stories that you're, once again, never going to see in any other Pokemon media. It presents a lot of adult themes, some mild language here and there, some unique action scenes, and things about the Pokemon universe that make more sense, like the use of moves, items, raising and training Pokemon, and definitely unique versions of each one of the characters from the actual games, including 2 unique ones, exclusive to the manga, Yellow and Emerald. Each one of them, no matter your preferences, are going to present something for everyone. Whether you're a fan of that generation or not, it presents a lot of unique things that you'll definitely want to check out for the manga. The whole point of this vlog wasn't really so much to review any particular part of it. Maybe I'll make future content on it someday. But for now, this vlog is basically just highlighting some of the things that I loved about it, the influence that it's had on me, physically at least in this case. And ultimately, I highly recommend you guys go and check out this manga series. It's fantastic. You'll absolutely love it if you're a fan. And if you're skeptical and you're not particularly a fan of the Pokemon series in general, I still recommend you give it a shot. It's something that just might get you into the series. But the Adventures manga, absolutely worth your time. You should definitely read it. And that's really going to do it for this video today, guys. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below about Pokemon Adventures. Let me know what you guys think about certain arcs, characters, particular volumes of the manga, different generations, regions. Let me know any of your thoughts about it in the comment section down below, both positive and negative, because it would be awesome to talk to you guys about your thoughts on this manga series in general, especially since it doesn't get a ton of coverage on YouTube nowadays. But let me know all your thoughts on it in the comment section down below. And if you did enjoy the video, give it a like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up on future videos like reviews, collaborations, and everything else we do here. Otherwise, guys, that's all from me. This has been Ryan from the Nostalgia Factor saying, keep on gaming.